Okay, I would like to present you guys how Miradi works in Mongolia until today. Then this is just brief information about Miradi, and I'm sorry for my English is not so good, but I'm trying to explain. Then here is the outline of my presentation. And first is Miradi guideline of protected area management plan, also capacity building on the Miradi, and our challenge of the Miradi in the past. Then first I would like to talking about the how Miradi used it in the Mongolian protected area management. In the history, in 2012, in the Ministry of Environment of Mongolia, approved for the open standard-based protected area management plan. Then after that, since that time, in most of the Mongolian protected area is established for the protected area management plan based on the open standards concept. Then Miradi is a part of the open standards tool. This is difficulty imagine Miradi for without open standards. Then and over the last 5 years, our 50 protected areas management plan established by open standards guideline. Then it means all the 50 protected area administration uses the Miradi software. Oh, this is just my Miradi files. So since 2012, I use it for I helped for the many protected area management plans. Then I use it for Miradi, the many files. Then another step is capacity building for Mongolian protected area staff and some of the environmental NGOs. Then this is a WWF and TNC talk. We collaborated for teaching for Miradi software for protected area management officers, and also some of the environmental NGOs. Oh, like this. Then this is the list of the trainings, and training is held by year, and we taught Miradi software training in the 2012. This is the main training of the Miradi. When we train organizing open standards concept, and always we are mentioning and explaining for Miradi software how we tracking our management plan on the easy way of the software. And the challenges, we use the Miradi in Miradi software in Mongolia. It's as well, but we don't have guidelines in Mongolia. This is most weak part, because many of the government people and some of the NGO people who interested in Miradi software, they always ask, do you have a guideline? But actually, until today, we don't have guideline of the Miradi in Mongolian version. And also it's now I'm talking about for the more detail in the Miradi software. Most difficult part of the Miradi in viability assessment is very important part in the Miradi, but also in viability assessment and monitoring part. Monitoring of the viability assessment is very important in the Miradi, but we not much using this part in the Miradi software because we don't have enough data, and sometimes we confuse it on the viability assessment because there is we don't have clear understanding of the ecological attributes, size and context and landscape. Then, for example, what is it? All we know the sites. Sites is very easy part, but it's the condition and landscape part is sometimes difficult to explaining what's mean the landscape, what's mean the condition.
Tuugii, hi, this is Ilka. I think I need to urge you to start wrapping up in the interest of time. Thanks.
Then another part is threat assessment approach and guideline. This is also not clear in the guideline. Also, in Mongolia, use Miradi software as a must daily work in the protected area administration officers. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tuugii. That was awesome, and it's fantastic to hear how everyone is working together to apply these open standards in Miradi in an entire country. Do we have any questions for Tuugii? I don't see any up to now. Yes, Annette Olsen is asking, is the NGOs or the government driving the uptake of Miradi for protected area management? And is the government clearly seeing benefits to this and dedicated to applying it? You want to answer that, Tuugii?
Yes. Yes, because this is most of the government people, people who work in a Ministry of Environment, they really clearly understand what we are protecting, what we are conserving in the protected area. In the Miradi and the open standards, very clearly defined for the target-based plan. That's because before 2012, protected area management plan is very general. They're always talking about general things. Now it's after 2012, it's most of many people clearly understand what